Uncle Jordan. You're down here at the Underground Meadery. I'm with AB Friendly Company, and we're using AB Friendly Clover Honey. And in December, we made a mead. December 30th, 2016, we made a basic mead. You can see it's cleared up. So it's been all of January, all of February, all of March, almost 90 days. We did 1 gallon. So 90 days ago, we did 1 gallon. The balloon's already starting to get floppy. It's cleared up. I've got sediment at the bottom. So we're going to do a first stage of racking. Right, so let's go ahead and do that. We'll see what we got. So I just pull the balloon off. Smells good. Right? So since I've got this, I'm using these filters. These are a brewer's filter. It'll keep most of the sediment on the outside. I'm going to siphon it down into one of these. Now you can use a racking cane and all kinds of stuff, but the racking canes and stuff will pull up this. But with this tube, I can set this down in there. I can set it right down there at the bottom. Just give this a good pull. And this will help you from getting lots of sediment in it. Remember, we're going to cold crash this next. Make sure everything's dead, sitting at the bottom. And probably rack it one more time. But we're just trying to get all the general sediment out of the bottom. Just like that. I can put that in my sink now. Now I'll be able to set these in the refrigerator and let them cold crash. But the one thing is, we pull off our recipe. Right? Because this recipe is going to tell us exactly what we did. So on December 30th, we made a 3-pound clover honey batch. So that's what I'm putting on my bottles. Clover mead. Made December 30th, 2016. Now the next thing we need to do is let's kind of see what the alcohol finished out at. It said our starting gravity was 1.225. So let's just go ahead and see. Now hopefully the hydrometer sinks. That means the sugar content was eaten. And the volume and the bricks will get higher. We got a little bit too much because it's dropping. All right. Bam! Right? So this is dropped, man, all the way down. To point, it's 1.010. So this has gone down all the way down to 10. Super cool. So let me write that down and we can figure out how much alcohol this potentially had. Finishing gravity. 1.010. So we started out at 1.225. 1.225. It said our potential gravity or alcohol would be 16% if this went all the way to 0. But it didn't go all the way to 0. We were 10 high. So instead of being 16%, this is going to be 15% alcohol, which is a good deal. All right, so basically, In 90 days, we made our first mead. December 30th, 2016, we did 3 pounds of clover honey, water, and Red Star champagne yeast, the yellow pack. In approximately 40 days, it was done fermenting, and we let it sit for a total of 90 days. So in 90 days, we've made this mead. It's cleared up all by itself, no bentonite, no additives. This had no nutrients base to it. It had nothing done to it. And our potential alcohol from our reading is 15%. So now I'm going to write that on my mead jugs. %. So let's talk about everything that we've just done. So we started out in December with 3 pounds of honey, and let's say our honey cost us $5 a pound. That's $15 in honey. We got our jug, our brewing jug that you just saw from the dollar store. So that's $16. The packet of yeast cost us $1, so we're at $17. So we roughly spent, including our time and maybe a $1 balloon, approximately $19 to make a gallon batch. The alcohol content of this gallon batch is 15%. So for under 20 bucks, we're probably going to be able to get 3 750 milliliter bottles. If you would go to the liquor store and buy an average bottle of wine that would be 15% alcohol, you're going to pay about $15 just for the bottle. You're going to get 3 of them at that price, if not more. So here, brewing a good tasting mead. I think clover honey makes a great tasting mead. But this right here for under $20 is going to yield you 3 bottles. We're going to bottle them up, stick them to the side, use them for tasting, for shows, for gifts. Something I can sit down and drink at night while I'm, fiddling around on Facebook. Only my time. And 90 days later. So in 90 days, I'm producing a 15% alcohol that's costing me less than $20. I want you to think about that. And it's not something that's going to be bad tasting. It's not a Thunderbird wine. This is a premium product that we just made. I'm Michael Jordan with the Underground Meadery. We've been brewing meads here the last couple days. We're finally bottling some of the stuff we started out with. I'm enjoying it. It's a great hobby. Get your friends involved. Sit down, have a brewer's party. Some of my batches that we're going to be working with here in the next couple months are going to be 12-gallon batches. And we're going to brew over 50 gallons in 1 month, just to show you how to do it. So it can be fun. Have some people come around. Share this with your friends. Give us some likes. Shoot us some comments. We'd like to hear your thoughts and what you think. But just as a basic mead, you can't beat it. I'm Michael Jordan. Thanks for joining us at the Underground Meadery.